Good afternoon, all. So, in the previous session, we started off with the amplifier circuits. Okay. So, first of all, we discussed the common source amplifier. Okay. So, as in BJT, we have MOSFET, the three different configurations: common source, common gate, common drain configurations. Same way, the common source is the major one used in major amplifier circuits. Okay. So, that circuit we have discussed and we have analyzed and we have calculated the its voltage gain, okay, open circuit voltage gain, output resistance and all. Okay. So similarly, we have a little variation to the same basic common source amplifier circuit. The change is that, so in the previous circuit you didn't had a source resistance. Okay. So when you include the source resistance, okay, the altogether the analysis will change. Okay. So what happened was previously this was not there, and this is a bypass capacitor, and whatever parallel to that, it will be acting as a short circuit. It is a perfect short circuit. Because of that, so the source side nothing was there, it is connected to ground. The source terminal was directly connected to ground because nothing is connected, and because of that we have replaced the MOSFET with a hybrid 5 model. Okay, and we have done the analysis smoothly. So now, since we are including this RS, okay, so including this RS, what are the benefits also we'll discuss, and how we do the analysis. If we include the RS here, so we could not use the, although this is a perfect short circuit, but now source side there is a resistance added here. Okay, so this lower part, it will be perfect short circuit. It is not playing any effect, but still RS is there. It should be included in the equivalent circuit and you have to do the analysis. So in that case, we could not replace the MOSFET with hybrid 5 model. We can do hybrid 5 model, but complexity is more. Okay, analysis complexity is more. So as in syllabus, you have studied only hybrid 5 model previously. So now to analyze in such cases, okay, we'll be using another model of the MOSFET called as T equivalent circuit or T model we say. Okay, so only thing is its parameters are different. Okay, and it is in the T shape. Okay, so that you can easily do the analysis compared to hybrid 5 model. Okay, so in the case of source resistance, source side anything is there. If source side nothing is there, it is just input side, gate side and drain side. Source is common. Okay, so since here source side there is a resistance now, so we'll go for T model. Okay, so that we will discuss. So this is the circuit for that. Okay, so the complete analysis output also written over here. So this is all same. Okay, input side is same as previous. R signal, V signal, CC1 coupling capacitor, RG. Okay, VI. So Rin equal to RG here in this case, same previous. So this is their same bypass capacitor with the constant current source, and this is the new one here. Okay, added this is the new one. Similarly here VDD RD was there, CC2 coupling capacitor to the output across RL load resistance. Okay, and the ROut is equal to RD. Okay, again one more assumption we have taken is R0 we have not taken, that small R0. Okay, even it will come in the equivalent circuit, but we have omitted that. Even if we include that in T equivalent circuit, complexity still arises. So just we try to do the difference. Okay, including RS, what will happen, for that we neglect the R0 here. So that's why compared to previous circuit, ROut is earlier RD parallel to R0, now it is just RD. Okay, so these are some of the changes we have made in the circuit. Okay, and this is the current I, which is given by VI by 1 by GM plus RS. This how it came, we will see in the analysis part. Okay, so that only included over here. So this is the figure we will refer for the common source amplifier with source resistance. Okay, so it is often beneficial to insert a resistance RS in the source lead of the common source amplifier as shown in figure A. The corresponding small signal equivalent circuit is shown in figure B. Next I will show you, where we note that the transistor has been replaced by its T equivalent circuit model. So that's what I explained you so far. The T model is used in preference to the phi model because it makes the analysis in the case somewhat, in this case somewhat simpler. Okay, so when we have a source side something, so then we'll go for T model. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit after replacing the MOSFET with T equivalent model. Okay. So input side, whatever is there, same thing, V signal, R signal, RG. Okay. And you had the RS here and the CS coupling capacitor, it will act as perfect short circuit. This explanation I have not given again because previously I have done it. Okay. Only thing new here is RS will include to the source terminal. And now this is the MOSFET equivalent circuit in the case of T model. Okay. So it will be having a constant current source of value I. Okay. And a resistance of 1 by Gm. Okay. Gm means transconductance. Reciprocal of transconductance means resistance. Okay. So that resistance value, it will be over here. And it is not series. There is a node here. Because of that, it is like a parallel only. And in some cases, so it will be also have a R naught. Okay. So in parallel to both, you will have a R naught. Okay. So like this, it will be having a parallel here R naught. So if we include that R naught, again, complexity arises in analysis. So that's why this part is not taken over here. Okay. So these are some of the assumptions you have made to do this analysis. Okay. So then output side you have RD because VDD is a constant DC source. It will be short circuited. So then drain side RD with big coming in with ground. And then you have the RL which is in parallel. Okay. So behind RL we will check the R out. Okay. This is not RO, R out. That's why it is taken before R naught. It is RD. If you take RO, then it is RD parallel to RL. It will come. Okay, that is the difference. Similarly, here Rn is equal to Rg. If you take Ri, so then it will be a little difference. Okay, so this is the circuit we will be refer now, and we'll do the analysis. Okay. In general, whenever a resistance is connected in the source lead, okay. As for the instance in the source follower circuit, we shall consider shortly the T model is preferred. Okay, so even next we have another circuit, common drain amplifier, that is also called as source follower circuit. There also are going to use T model. Okay, so whenever there is a resistance is connected in the source lead, okay, so normally T model is preferred. The source resistance then simply appears in series with the resistance 1 by Gm. Okay, so if you see at the source side, what you have there, equivalent circuit, 1 by Gm is a resistance. So this is in series with the Rs. Okay, the source resistance Rs denoted as R suffix S. So both are in series. That is what appears. Okay, which represents the resistance between source and gate looking into the source. Okay, from the source side, if you look, it is the combined resistance of the source and gate. Okay, between source and gate only we'll see the input. No, so that's how it looks like. It should be noted that we have not included R naught in the equivalent circuit model. I mentioned you this, right? Okay, because including R naught would complicate the analysis considerably. Okay, this only understanding is very difficult for us at present. Okay, if we include R naught again, it will arise the complexity. That's why it is not considered. R naught would connect the output node of the amplifier to the input side and thus would make the amplifier non-unilateral. So in the previous analysis, we have taken that at the outset, it looks like a unilateral amplifier and we did the straightaway analysis. But if we consider now R naught, it becomes non-unilateral and the analysis becomes complex. Okay, for that reason, R naught is considered. Okay, so these are some of the explanation given to you so that you should not have any doubts. Okay, why R naught is not included, all these things. Okay. Okay, now we'll do the analysis of this circuit. Fortunately, it turns out that the effect of R naught in the operation of this discrete circuit amplifier is not important. So another one more point is that when we are, I told you in the very beginning only, in the MOSFET amplifier, there are two types of amplifier you will see. One is discrete circuit amplifier. Okay, so MOSFETs you will individually connect and make an amplifier. Another one is there are hundreds or thousands of MOSFETs connected together formed a IC, integrated circuit. So that is called as integrated circuit amplifier. So in that case, R naught is having much effect compared to this discrete amplifier. That's why neglecting that will not affect much in the analysis. Okay. So this is not the case, however, for the integrated circuit version of the circuit where R naught plays a major role there and must be taken into account in the analysis and design of the circuit. So this paragraph will explain you. Some of you may be having doubt, sir, whenever we want we can take the R not into circuit so that analysis is simpler. No, okay, only when discrete circuit amplifier is there you can omit so that it will not affect much the value. Okay, so that is how the thing about. So now we'll refer the figure B, which is the T equivalent model we have replaced now, and from that we do the analysis. Now the input side there is no change, right, as it is in the first, so that's why you will not see any much difference here. So this is the same thing we have seen in CS amplifier. Rin is equal to Ri equal to Rg, okay, because Rin is not dependent on RL, so that's why it is unilateral. So Rin is equal to Rg, and thus Vi, okay, the Vi also won't change. V signal, okay, it is a voltage divider rule, Rg by Rg plus R signal. So these two equation almost same as first two equations 1 and 2. Okay, you can refer that in your notes. Okay. Okay, so now comes the actual part where the T equivalent circuit plays the role there. Unlike the CS circuit, however, here VGS is only a fraction of Vi. Earlier case, what happened? We have taken in CS amplifier, VGS is exactly equal to Vi. But now since there is a source side resistance is there, so it is now a fraction of Vi. That means you have to use a voltage divider. Okay. So it can be determined from the voltage divider composed of 1 by Gm and Rs. Okay. So the two resistance are there. So in that across 1 by Gm, we will be measuring the Vi. Okay. So you can see that in the circuit also. Okay. Just I will show you once. See here. Okay. So earlier case, there was no source resistance, previous problem, right? So source side nothing was connected, this Rs. Okay, that's why straight away it is equal to this VGS equal to plus or minus VGS, whatever I have shown here, gate to source voltage, which is equal to Vi in the previous analysis. Now since there is a source resistance, so now this Vi is just a VGS is just a fraction of Vi, because so Vi is measured across 1 by Gm and Rs now. Okay, so across 1 by Gm you will take, and then total resistance 1 by Gm and Rs are in series. So that's how the equation now changes for VGS. Okay, so that is how the changes happens in the analysis. So VGS equal to Vi 1 by Gm, that is the resistance we are measuring across, divided by total resistance 1 by Gm plus Rs. So this is the voltage divider rule, very first explained in network theory. Okay. So when you take LCM here, so it is 1 by Gm. So here it is 1 by 1 plus Gm into Rs. So this Gm will be multiplied with this numerator, whole together Gm. So Gm will cancel out here. So what is remaining? Vi by, so numerator 1 will be there. So 1 multiplied by Vi is Vi. Divided by here, what is remaining? 1 plus Gm Rs. Okay. So this is the value of the VGS now, fraction of Vi. Okay, not equal to Vi. So that means it is a reduction here. Okay, because denominator term you have, so source resistance values are there. So because of that, there is a slight decrease in the VGS value. So now we'll discuss number of advantages. Okay, so this is how we got the change now. So since R out part is there, Vi voltage gain and all there. Before that, including this, what changes happen to the analysis? Okay, so that I have listed out here. In the notes I have written double star. Okay, very important, because that's only our importance now here. So first point is, so thus we can use the value of Rs to control the magnitude of the signal VGS. Earlier VGS signal was not controlled, because you know that MOSFET is a voltage controlled device, right? Voltage controlled amplifier it is. Okay, so the output current, drain current depends on the input voltage here. So this input voltage was not controlled in previous analysis. Okay, because it is directly equal to Vi. But now since it is Vi by 1 plus Gm Rs, so there is a control. Okay, control the magnitude of the signal VGS. You can do that, and thus ensure that VGS does not become too large, okay, and cause unacceptably high nonlinear distortion. So that will not happen. Okay, if VGS value is more, so it will cause nonlinear distortion. So since this Rs will control the magnitude of the signal VGS, so it is reducing the large increase in the VGS, and similarly it will decrease the nonlinear distraction. So this is the first benefit of including resistor RS. Okay, so that's why it is a important circuit also. Okay, so including RS, this is the first benefit. Similarly, another advantage is, so again this made star 2. Okay, other benefit is that RS causes the useful bandwidth of the amplifier to be extended. So this point we'll be explaining next. Okay, so in this module 2 only, this is the single stage MOS amplifier we are discussing. So next we have a frequency response of the common source amplifier. Okay, in the third part. So there I will discuss about this bandwidth aspect. Okay, including RS, how the bandwidth is going to increase. Okay, so that is the aspect just mentioned over here. Okay, the mechanism by which RS causes such improvements in amplifier performance is that of negative feedback. So RS will act as here feedback, because source, common source amplifier means source is common between the gate and drain here, and the source side only you have the resistor now. Because of that, it will act as a feedback now. Okay, so always in a mechanism, if you include the feedback, there is certain improvements or happens in the amplifier performance. Okay, this is a common thing. Okay, unfortunately, the price paid for these improvements is a reduction in voltage gain. When you include the RS, bandwidth is extended, but what will happen? There is a reduction in voltage gain. So just I will show you that figure, how the frequency response. So this is the frequency response, the frequency versus magnitude. Will be drawing the graph. So this is how you draw the magnitude graph. Okay, so like that it will be constant. Okay, and here we'll identify the lower cutoff frequency and the upper cutoff frequency. As I told you, what is this difference? 3 dB difference. You know why we'll take 3 dB difference and all. Previously we have discussed in resonance. Okay, resonance part we have explained. So this is the frequency F2. Okay, so this is the increased one. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so in the case of not RS, so it will look like this. So what happens here? Magnitude is more, and if you take the 3 dB cutoff, it will come near here. Okay, it is come near here. So only this much is your bandwidth. Okay, so if you include the RS, what will happen? So this magnitude will decrease here, whereas the frequency range will increase. Because of that, bandwidth will increase. Okay, so that's what explained over here. So including the RS causes bandwidth to be extended, but the price is here reduction in voltage gain. Okay, so that is what the second advantage of the including RS or effect of RS. Third benefit, the current ID. Okay, the drain current. Okay, small signal current is equal to the current I flowing in the source lead. Okay, so this we have taken in very first circuit. Okay, a basic circuit for any amplifier we have taken. There only we have discussed. Okay, because drain and source side there is no other different current. Okay, it is the same current, because we are not considering source current as IS here in the MOSFET case. It is the same drain current, it will flow in the source lead. So that's why it is equal to I. Okay, so if you equate that, so what is its value? ID equal to I given as VI by 1 by GM plus RS. Okay, so this is just a current. Previous case we have taken voltage, right? So this is now current, because 1 by GM is the will cancel out. Okay, so that's how. Okay, so ID is given as, okay, like VGS by, so what resistance you have, 1 by GM. Okay, so that 1 by GM part will cancel out. That's why it will not come in the numerator. So VI by 1 by GM plus RS. If you take the LCM here, denominator will get 1 by 1 plus GM RS divided by GM will come. So that GM only I have included here in the numerator. Okay, so this is the equation for drain current, which is equal to current I, so which is shown in the circuit. Okay, so GM VI by 1 plus GM RS is your drain current. So thus, including RS reduces ID by the factor 1 plus GMRS. So this is the third effect of including RS. Okay. So it will reduce the drain current by, so again here some control is there. Okay. Drain current should not also increase very large, right? So which is hardly surprising since this is the factor relating VGS to VI, and the MOSFET produces ID equal to GM VGS in the normal case, right? ID is equal to GM VGS. So VGS equal to ID by GM. So that's why GM cancelled out there. So this equation 9 previously indicates also that the effect of RS can be thought of as reducing the effective GM by the factor 1 plus GM RS. Okay. So this is the third benefit. So now we'll discuss about the further factor, that is the voltage gain and all we'll discuss for this circuit. Okay. Even voltage gain, how it will affect equation wise and problem wise also we'll see. The output voltage can now be found from V0 is equal to minus ID RD parallel to RL. So output side what you have, there is no R0 we have considered here. Okay, only RD and RL is there. So the current is ID because ID normally flows away from the circuit, but in circuit it is shown like this, right? So it is shown, it is entering like this. So this current, it is shown like this. So which is opposite to that, that's why minus sign is considered. Then current is ID. Then the resistance is, two resistance are in parallel, RD and RL. So that's how this equation, Ohm's law, current into resistance. Now if we include the ID value, equation 9 here, so which is minus GM RD parallel to RL VI. So GM and VI included, divided by denominator will have 1 plus GM RS. So you got the equation 10 now. So you have V0 now. Okay. So you have the V0 now here, and you have the VI in this equation. Just if you take this VI in the denominator, so what will happen? Voltage gain. So this factor is now your voltage gain. Okay. So that only I will write next equation. Okay. See here, thus the voltage gain is AV equal to V0 by VI minus GM RD parallel to RL 1 plus GM RS. The same equation, just VI I have taken in the denominator. Okay. So okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, network issue. So next we'll consider the open circuit voltage gain. What is the difference? This is the voltage.
Sir, your voice is distorted.
Now also it may take,
yes, sir.
It may take few minutes to settle down since it is stopped. Okay. So this is the voltage gain AV. So where it is included the effect of RL. Okay. So now when you make this RL equal to infinity, so or if you remove the RL equal to infinity, meaning removing the RL, so that we call it as open circuit voltage gain AVO. So that is nothing but just RL removed. So GM into RD 1 plus GM RS. The same equation, just little bit modification. So this is equation 12. Similarly, the overall voltage gain GV is given as, there is a relation, right? So overall voltage gain given from output to the V signal. So that is given as RG by RG plus R signal into AV. That is the actual relation. Sorry. RG by RG plus R signal into AV. So what is AV? AV is here, equation 11, that is substituted here. So minus RG. So minus sign because of this minus. Okay, minus RG by RG plus R signal into GM RD parallel to RL divided by 1 plus GM RS. Okay, so the basic relations we have studied in very first, right? So from that it is taken out. GV is equal to RG by RG plus R signal into AV. This AV only substituted here. It makes equation number 13. Okay, so these are different parameters of the amplifier. It is voltage gain. This open circuit voltage gain. This is overall voltage gain. Okay, like that. So now comparing these equations 11, 12 and 13 with their counterparts without RS. The same equation we have discussed yesterday, right, on the previous session. So if you see there, what is the difference you are going to see here? The denominator factor 1 plus GMRS. This is a new thing you are going to add it here because RS is included along with GM. Okay. So without RS indicates that including RS results in a gain reduction by the factor 1 plus GMRS. Okay. So if you have written down the notes, just look at the equations. Okay. Same AV, AVO and GV. Okay. So that is the difference we have pointed out. Okay. So this is the analysis of common source amplifier with source resistance. So because of its action in reducing the gain, so RS is called the source degeneration resistance. So this is the degeneration term normally used because it is using a negative feedback. Okay. So generation means positive feedback, degeneration means negative feedback. So it is having a negative effect. That's why it is called as source degeneration resistance. So another useful interpretation of the gain expression in equation 11 is that the gain from gate to drain is simply the ratio of the total resistance in the drain RD parallel to RL to the total resistance in the source 1 by GM plus RS. So if you take that 1 plus GM RS by GM you will get, and that GM only will come in the numerator, right? So that's what you have seen there. So another way of explaining this equation 11. Okay. So here it is a total resistance at the output side, which is RD parallel to RL divided by the resistance in series, right? GM plus 1 by GM plus RS. If you take that ratio, so it will come 1 plus GM RS by GM. So that GM only comes numerator. And this minus sign comes normally with voltage gain because it is a 180-degree phase shift from input to the output signal. Okay. So this is regarding the common source amplifier with source resistance. Okay. Just quickly I will recall. Okay. Okay. So this is the circuit we have seen, very first common source amplifier here. There was no source resistance at this point. Okay. So there is a no resistance. So this is the circuit we have analyzed first. Okay. So it is used hybrid phi model. Okay. Because source side nothing is there. Hybrid phi model we have used VGS, GM VGS, R naught. And remaining all we have analyzed here. R in, R out. Okay. Everything. See here, R in, Vi equal to V signal by, and see here. This is the important conclusion. Vi equal to V signal in the case of without RS. Okay. Normal common source amplifier. And VGS is also equal to Vi. And this is how we have analyzed and we got AV. See here, this is the expression. Okay. There is no 1 by 1 plus GMRS term is not there here. Okay. So AV not GV and all we have done. This is the R out. So now we have taken the source resistance. Okay. When you include source resistance, there are number of changes in the amplifier performance. Okay. So even the analysis also have to use T model, not hybrid phi model. Hybrid phi model, if you use, again complexity arises. And also R naught is not included here since it is a discrete circuit amplifier. So that also reduce. Okay. So that is the circuit we have considered here. At the source side, 1 by GM and RS are in series. Okay. That's why 1 by GM plus RS is there here. And this is the Vi. Okay. So Vi is here. So now VGS is not a directly equal to Vi. It is a fraction of Vi. Okay. Because 1 by GM and RS both are sharing the same voltage. Okay. So that's how the analysis started. Okay. So REG. So Vi, V signal, this is same. So this is how we have taken Vi equal to voltage divided rule 1 by GM plus RS. From that you got this. Directly we considered drain current. Okay. Three benefits we have considered. One is RS controls the magnitude of the signal VGS. Second thing, bandwidth will be extended at the reduction in voltage gain. And third thing, the drain current will reduce by a factor 1 plus GM RS. Okay. So from this only we derived AV, AVO and GV. This is voltage gain, open circuit voltage gain and overall voltage gain. And it is called as the source degeneration resistance. Okay. In the next class, we will be discussing another amplifier. So as we had in BJT, common base, common collector, common emitter configuration. So same way in MOSFET, we have common source, common drain, and common gate amplifier. So in that common gate amplifier, they have not included in the syllabus. That's why we will not discuss about that. Okay. So common source, we have analysis is done now with resistance and without resistance, RS. Okay. So now we'll see the next class, common drain amplifier. Common drain amplifier is also called as source follower circuit. So its speciality is its voltage gain will not exceed 1. Okay. Voltage gain is when you calculate it with value, it is approximately equal to 1 or less than 1. That's why it is called as unity gain. That's why it is called as V naught is approximately equal to VI. Okay. Source follower circuit. Okay. So that we'll discuss tomorrow's class. Okay.